There is now a wave of consumption downgrade in Shanghai. A large number of physical stores in shopping malls have closed down, and clothes are sold at bargain prices in brand franchise stores. A bucket of clothes from Adidas, Skechers, and Vans does not cost much. This is the second floor of AG&C Mall. See how many stores are closed? Can you still see customers? It's a cold winter for physical stores. This is the second floor of the Asian Shopping Center at Wuzhong Road in Shanghai. China's economy is in recession, and many well-known shopping malls in first-tier cities have closed down. For those shopping malls that have survived, they are mostly deserted. According to statistics, nearly 7,000 stores were closed in China in the first half of last year, involving more than 100 companies, including large chain stores such as Walmart, Yonghui Supermarket, RT-Mart, and Hema. Even the big shopping malls in Shanghai could not escape the fate of closing down. Let's talk about related topics today. But before we do, we would like to invite you to subscribe. Your support is our greatest motivation and allows us to bring you more valuable content. Now, moving on. Nanjing Road in Shanghai has long been a bustling commercial district in the city's downtown area, but it's now deserted. Hello everyone, I just came out of the 818 Plaza where many floors were vacant. I walked around Nanjing West Road, which is about 300 meters long between Ximen Road and Maoming North Road, and found that vacant shops are not isolated cases. Let me first introduce to you that this section of Nanjing West Road is in a very good location. It is a traditional commercial street in Shanghai. There are Nanjing West Road stations for Metro Lines 2, 12, and 13. I live in Pudong now, but I grew up watching the prosperity of Nanjing Road. The primary school I attended was Nanjing East Road Primary School. In the 1970s, my grandfather took me to take the number 27 tram almost every Sunday to go back and forth on Nanjing Road and to Rubberneck. Now, seeing many vacant shops along the Nanjing West Road, to be honest, I feel bad. What we are seeing now are the shops along the Zhangchuang building across the street from the 818 Plaza. One of the shops has its lights on in broad daylight, but the entire shop is vacant. Although there is a station exit for Metro Line 2 here, these shops have changed owners many times in the past few years. They have sold clothes, operated Starbucks coffee and Cha Ba Dao, and have been vacant and closed several times. We can guess that most of the businesses are not easy to run. Recently, a well-known Shanghai blogger named Master Mei released a video showing what he saw and heard in Shanghai Shimao International Plaza. The plaza is where Nanjing Road pedestrian street begins and was once one of the bustling landmarks on Nanjing Road. The footage showed that many stores in the square are closed and the remaining shops have few customers. He said he did not expect the scene at Shimao Plaza to be so deserted now and was deeply shocked by it. On March 23rd, Master Mei published a video titled, "Shocked, the place with the heaviest traffic on Nanjing Road is starting to close down stores." He said that a friend from Shenzhen invited him to have dinner at Shimao Plaza. As a Shanghainese, he rarely goes to this kind of shopping mall because the shopping malls on Nanjing Road are basically visited by foreigners. The last time he entered this mall was at least 8 years ago. He and his friend agreed to meet on the L4 floor of Shimao Plaza. After he entered the plaza, he saw that many shops on the first floor were closed. I didn't expect Shimao Plaza to be like this now. Oh my god, this quite surprised me. We used to say everything could be sold on Nanjing Road, but now I don't know how to express it. This is the busiest section of Nanjing Road. Wherever the camera goes on the second floor of Shimao Plaza, there are few people. Master Mei came to the third floor but saw almost no traffic. He said in surprise, "Oh my god, it's hard to imagine this is the busiest place on Nanjing Road in Shanghai." He passed a jewelry store and the display cases were empty. He said that all the counters here should have been removed. This is the Nanjing Road where Shanghainese used to assume everything could be sold. Unexpectedly, Nanjing Road is still Nanjing Road, but the shopping mall is no longer the same one. He went upstairs to the L4 floor and passed several restaurants, one of which had many customers. He finally found the restaurant where he met with his friends. For Shanghai citizens, the prosperity of Nanjing Road was once the memory of a generation. The deserted scene of the shopping mall today is sorrowful. The video of Master May quickly sparked heated discussions on social media, with many netizens posting comments. One netizen said, "When I returned to Shanghai in 2018, I met with friends in Nanjing Road pedestrian street. I remember that the elevator was full of people. I can't believe the Hema Plaza is so desolate now." Another netizen said, "China and the US will increase taxes on each other's imported goods. After the taxes are increased, the prices of imported goods will increase further and more stores will be closed." Today, I came to Wanda in Baoshan, Shanghai. The once bustling shops outside Golden Street have closed down one by one, and the doors are full of pasted notes with real estate agency phone numbers. The once popular brands Radio Lane, Wooden House Barbecue, and Cotton Cover Hot Pot all closed down now. When Wanda first opened, it was an unprecedented grand occasion, and this row of shops were prime locations, but now they are all closed. Why is that? Apart from Shanghai, the situation is similar in several other first-tier cities. Many old shopping malls have closed down. For example, Shenzhen's China World Trade Center Rainbow Shopping Mall, Guangzhou's T-Mall, and Beijing's World Trade Center Plaza, which were once the most popular landmark shopping malls, now have a large number of vacant shops and few customers. Why is it becoming increasingly difficult to operate a shopping mall? One of the main reasons is that people's income levels have declined. Inside the shopping mall is mostly big brand clothing, and a piece of clothing can be priced at $100. Although it can be discounted to $50, it's still higher than the price of the internet or in small street shops. The consumption downgrade of Chongqing residents is so severe that we can call it a consumption freeze. Look at the previous business districts such as Nanping Business District, Guangzhou Business District, and Shapingba Business District. These were once representative businesses, but now you can see that they were basically in a state of decline. If you go to a shopping mall now, you will find that only on the B1 and B2 floors are there still some customers shopping, and there are almost no customers going upstairs. People just come for a look occasionally, but they don't buy anything. Take myself as an example. I used to have dinner with friends once or twice a week, but now it's only once or twice a month. Look how drastically consumption has dropped. No one can make any money. The milk tea industry is now experiencing a collective wave of store closures, and the franchises of the cost-friendly brand Mishui ice cream and tea are now everywhere. Look at how many barbershops there are that charge $1.40 per customer. We can see this kind of barbershop in some shopping malls as well. As for the current cinema, some netizens say that if the movie ticket is more than $1.40, then I won't go to watch it. Also, you see Pinduoduo's profits now far exceed those of Alibaba and JD.com because of its affordable prices. There is now a new term for consumption downgrade called ultimate limit consumption. What does it mean? That is the minimum consumption you need to survive. To what extent has your consumption downgrade reached now? We can chat about it in the comment section. People in mainland China don't dare to consume casually, and many are still under pressure to pay off their mortgages. Many families in Nanjing are struggling to make ends meet. Some families even have difficulty coming up with $1,000. Don't say that I'm talking nonsense. Don't you think people in Nanjing are all rich? The consumption of Nanjing is even higher than that of some big cities, but every family has its own problems. Behind the glamorous life, money may be swiped over and over again on credit cards. This morning, a classmate of mine called me and complained to me for more than half an hour. He said he couldn't pay his mortgage and had been overdue several times. The company laid off employees, cut salaries, and then held competitive recruitment. Although he was lucky not to be laid off, his position was adjusted and his income dropped a lot. The monthly mortgage for the apartment he bought in 2019 is $830, and he has to pay it back in 25 years. Now he relies on credit cards to pay off his mortgage, and he has to borrow from one pocket to pay off another. He can't even pay off the small loans he borrowed. He receives calls every day demanding repayment of loans. Whenever the phone rings, it's definitely for asking for money. The credit report is a mess. The loans had to be repaid soon, and his pockets were empty. He couldn't even take out $140 and was on the verge of collapse. After this call, I felt very upset. In fact, there must be many similar situations in Nanjing. According to data released by the central bank this year, the number of people in the country who are burdened with high debts has reached more than 700 million. including housing loans, mortgage loans, and various credit loans, of which more than 400 million are unable to repay their loans.
其中还不上贷款的就有4亿多。
上海的最后一家家乐福呢，也即将关闭了。
The last Carrefour in Shanghai is about to close and is now holding a clearance sale at any cost. Today, we will look at this place, which has memories of several generations. After all, it is very likely that they will never see it again. By the way, let's take a look at how cheap this so-called regardless of cost discount is. Let's go. Its elevator has stopped working, so we have to walk up by ourselves. Now, I will randomly pick a few things to see which price is cheaper, regardless of cost or the price on Pinduoduo. Is this umeme sake drunk by many people? It's $12 here and $19 on Pinduoduo. There is also this very expensive Remy Martin here, but I haven't found it at this price. It is indeed much cheaper here.
这个价格没找到，这个的话确实便宜很多。
CP Lotus is a large shopping mall under the Shaoran Pokpan Group. It opened its first store in China in Shanghai in June 1997. Previously, CP Lotus was named Yichu Lotus, which was named after Chai Yichu, the founder of Shaoran Pokpan Group. Since 2007, Lotus supermarkets across China have been renamed CP Lotus, but some old customers are still accustomed to calling it Lotus. The official website of Shaoran Pokpan Group shows that over the past 20 years, CP Lotus has opened more than 100 stores in China. However, in recent years, the development of CP Lotus has shown a downward trend, and it's begun to close stores and reduce its scale in many locations. The female blogger believes that Shanghai should no longer be called the city that never sleeps, because all major shopping malls close before 10 o'clock in the evening. I went to the mall at around 9 o'clock, and the waiter came over with a POS machine and said, "Hello, excuse me, sir, ma'am, it's already 8:50. Do you have anything else to add? If there's nothing to add, you can't order anymore, and if it's convenient for everyone, please pay the bill, by the way." At 9:30, you can see the sales clerks have already started packing this, putting that away and wrapping that up, and they have already started to pack up and get ready to go off. For example, you can get off work a little late and come onto the subway, which usually is the basement level of a shopping mall. You think it's not even 10 o'clock yet, it's only 9:40, I can buy something to eat. I haven't had dinner yet and I'm starving. At this time, you will see that almost everything has been closed and wrapped up, and the mall has already started playing music to see you off. We know the mall closes early. Once I was in a Western restaurant, like a bar, at 10:30 in the evening. I pushed the door to get in and saw a large table of people neatly sitting inside the restaurant. About 20 people looked at me and said, "We are already having a staff meal. Sorry, please come earlier next time." So, when Shanghai is a city that never sleeps is mentioned, I don't agree. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.